It's the score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready, 2nd and 10. Ready. Ritter back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks him. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers! Luke Musgrave, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
Joseph's got it.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On the set.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Going play action. Ritter.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Ready.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third down, Robinson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready.
1st down, going to the air with Love. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready.
Off the option, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the 1st half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Got it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
second down and a run by Robinson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Ready, break. Yellow, lining. High.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Blue check. Hut.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Clock, 10. Set, hut.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set, hut.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Hut, hut.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready?
Second down throw coming for Ritter. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Set. Blue striker. Ready.
First down. Here's Ritter.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Ready?
First and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
Ritter.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
On the ball.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Packers' 20-yard line.
Jack. 6. Madden. Set.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now they're in the hurry up.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set.
On first down, Ritter.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Falcons 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Jordan Love ready on first down here.
That one caught downfield by Watson. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
75 yards.
And the Packers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Joseph, set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Ready,
So now
ready.
they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Slide through. Blaster, sink. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter checks this one down to Robinson.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Set, cut.
Back to throw. Ritter.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line.
Well, more problems defensively. The face mask adds 15 yards.
And this has really been an undisciplined team. We've seen them make a lot of mistakes similar to this. It's a big reason why they're down so big on the scoreboard.
Ready,
So now
ready.
factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
Check pink. Hut, hut.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
He juked him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ready.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Set,
So
hut.
following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Ready, ready.
Love going to keep it on the option.
And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the
9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Packers are pouring it on.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Packers 55, Falcons 7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Steal! Check steal! Set!
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Ritter.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Fielded just inside the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready,
The
set!
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Set, hunt!
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Set,
On second down, it's Jones. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Another strong run from the underrated Aaron Jones, who really deserves more credit for what he has done for the Packers. Even splitting carries in an offense that loves to throw it around, Jones put up his third 1,000-yard season in the last 4 years.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Red, yellow. Ready?
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it with the option right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Little read option, the end result, the 1st down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. That feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Play action this time with Love. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go.
The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ritter to throw it.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
This one complete to Scott Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Switch, yellow. Set, go.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Down. Hut, hut.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay,
A
ready?
long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw.
This is caught by Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Ready, ready.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ready.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. weren't able to do so on that play.
Falcons field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
About
right.
set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Falcons take over first down 10 at the 16-yard line.
Set. Hut.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hut.
Ritter now.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hut.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter.
Escapes the sack. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Green Bay, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2